Hi everyone. We are back again with a bang, and this time we have the most powerful planet in the entire Vedic zodiacal system to be discussed. But before that, a very warm welcome to Renu. Thank you once again. And I'm sure all the viewers and listeners have been listening to all our podcasts and all our videos. We've got some very good feedback. The biggest point here is today we are going to talk about life path number 4. But before even going there, I think many of you have seen a lot of people who are the go-getters, who will not stop at anything, who have a different way of thinking and a different way of doing things altogether, right? And you just look at them and trying to understand how are they doing it, what are they doing, right? This is what is life path number 4 and the planet Rahu, what they bring to the table. With that, Renu, let's throw some light on the subject.
Sure. Thank you, Kabir. So, life path number 4, as you said, we will be discussing about the myths surrounding it, why we say that there is a myth around this number. Life path number 4, if you ask me, I'll call it as a dependable number. So, words which you can associate with life path number 4, something like arrangement, construction, maintenance, because such things when we talk about like construction or maintenance, so what is required in that? Something like you need focus, you need a lot of concentration, a systematic way of doing it. Any construction that you look at it, there is a systematic way of doing things. So, as I said before, there is a myth associated with this number because this number is ruled by the planet Rahu. So, we are going to discuss about it. And first, we will start with the purpose of life for life path number 4. The purpose of their life is to think positively, developing flexibility, both mentally and physically, and breaking away from the trap of conventional thinking. They came into this lifetime to learn about limitations, restrictions. So they are determined, disciplined, hardworking. They're very sensible people. They are sincere. They are serious in nature and very straightforward because that is what is about number 4. They are very straightforward. They understand what is right and wrong. They find hardworking as rewarding. So there is no shortcut for them. Any work entrusted to them is likely to be finished in time. That is why I said this number is called as a dependable number. They are not the initiators, but when there is a plan or the outlines have been framed, they carry out their work very nicely. They put their 100% to in it so that the outcome is, whatever outcome is required, they make sure they put all their efforts in it. They maintain high standards of honesty and integrity. They are not selfish, and that is why there are times that they have been asked to do certain projects which carries a lot of responsibilities. They are not happy when there is no work around, so they hate idleness. They need their mind to be working all the time because they are hardworking people.
Very true. Very true. See, what happens is these people are Rahu based personalities, the planet Rahu. Right? Rahu, first of all, it is not a planet. As per the planet we know, Rahu and Ketu, they are two mathematical points in the zodiacal system where the Earth's orbit and the Moon's orbit, they intersect with each other. The northern part is called as Rahu, north node. The southern part is called as Ketu, the south node. Right? And there is a very famous mythological story about how Rahu and Ketu were born. And I'll just take 2 lines and finish it off. It's a long story, but we will just summarize it. So there was this Asur, whose name was Swarvan, extremely talented. He was a king, by the way, and extremely talented, extremely brave, and knew what needs to be done and would get everything done. Now, during the Samudra Manthan, where the Amrit and the Vish came out after the Samudra was, the sea was churned with the help of Vasuki snake and the mountain by Devtas and Asuras. That time, when the Amrit was being distributed, Swarhanu was the Asur who understood that there is some sort of a play going on. Nobody else could do it. It's only he who did it. And he went and took the shape of Devtas and sat between sun and moon to take the Amrit. Bhagwan Vishnu was in the shape of Mohini, in the form of Mohini, and was already giving it. By the time the first drop went in, uh, he was caught by sun and moon that this is not Devta. And Lord Vishnu cut off his head with the Sudarshan Chakra.
Okay.
So the drop of Amrit just, it stayed till here. It did not go inside, right? So he could not be immortal as a whole figure, So it was, so the head part is Rahu, the headless part is Ketu. That is how the story goes. But the fact to be understood over here is that Rahu is a very powerful planet, or rather the most powerful graha in the solar system, because it amplifies things. It is, you can say, it is the planet of big things. These people can't do small things. Number four, they can't do small things. You give them a small thing, they will make it big.
Right.
Somehow or the other. You have not thought of it. Their thought process is unconventional. They will look at things in a very different manner. Extremely diplomatic people, and will do things their own way, because nobody else will understand what they are doing. So they'll have to do it by themselves with their own hands. Extremely good communicators.
Right.
They know how to talk, where to talk, very diplomatic, right? The biggest part of Rahu is that suddenness, sudden results. As you said, these guys don't like to sit idle. They'll keep on working, keep on working, keep on working. And suddenly that result will come up. That suddenness is the basic quality of Rahu. Anything which is sudden is blessed by Rahu. And at the same time, these guys are so eloquent in maintaining their characteristics that they will be a very different person outside in the job. And you look at them at home, they will be extremely different. They will be totally, they can manage it very well without any stress. They will manage it. They are also extremely good at technical skills. Not only technological skills, but technical skills. If there is something technical, logical, which needs to be decoded or needs to be understood to complete a job, these guys are the best out there. And they are also very good at understanding hidden matters, be it occult sciences or any particular type of research or any particular type of thing which requires deep understanding, going to the root and pulling it out. These are the ones who will be able to do it. But the biggest thing about these guys, they have something in mind, they are going to achieve it come what may.
They're after that all the time.
After that all the time. You will not be able to stop them. They will achieve the target come what may. This is Rahu. And these are the basic qualities which you will see in different forms and shape in everyday life in the number fours.
Right.
And what else could we talk about in terms of their traits and famous personalities?
Traits, as you said, they work hard and expects the same from others. So they believe their the mantra of achieving heights for them is like working hard day in and out. So that is what their mantra is. They're happy and content taking orders and doing the work, but it's maybe a few of them, but many will end up as a manager or entrepreneur. They're good businessmen. They love their family life and devoted to their partners. They are loyal and dependable, as I said before. And their friend circle is small. They don't have a lot of friends around. They have fixed principles and tailored life pattern. This is how life is and how it has to be, very systematic. They are reasonable and down to earth. They look for security in both personal and professional life. They are slow in terms of being slow but steady. They make a good foundation financially, and again from security point of view. This is something that they always look forward for. So the examples that I'm going to say now, it's like everyone can relate to it, that how life path number fours are. Oprah Winfrey, Brad Pitt, Bill Gates, Irfan Khan. If you look at it, their life, how they have started, anybody can look around their life pattern. They have started from scratch,
Mhm.
without any help or support, and where they have reached
Yeah,
without thinking about the restrictions and limitations that they might face. But they have overcome all that. And they are famous personalities.
true, very true. And one example, as we always give for a date of birth, how will we
Yes.
calculate number 4?
So we'll take 1st January 2000. So a simple calculation, 1st plus January, 1st month, and 2000 is 2 when we add up everything. So 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 4.
4. Pretty straightforward. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And if we were to compare their strengths and weaknesses of these number 4 personalities, how would we put them across?
Strengths, they're organized and systematic, which is the strongest point in them. And they feel confident to tackle any challenges that is given in front of them because they make sure they have a solid plan in place beforehand. So sometimes it goes for them and sometimes they struggle with it. That comes the weaker part. We will talking it later. But they are very organized and systematic. They have logical reasoning, as I said, as you have said before. They are logical, whatever they are asking. They have a strong sense of what is wrong and right. Through their tenacity, I would say, and passion to work hard, they reach or they achieve high in their lifetime. The high positions that we will look at, we will find number 4s there. uh, they have conventional thinking, but at the same time, when we look at it, the something that they have to work in their lifespan is that they have to overcome the limitation and restriction. They have to believe in themselves. That is where the weakness comes in. When we say they lack imagination, they have fixed ideas. It is very important for them to understand that out of box thinking is required when we are working with the team. As an contributor, as an individual contributor, they will be very good. But when they are working as a team, it is required that they should have an out of box thinking, taking everybody's ideas as well. They are too cautious, don't like deviations in their plan. If there is a sudden change in the plan, they don't appreciate it at all. They want everything to be done in a proper order. And something that they would not like that any changes have done and you have not consulted them. So sometimes the doubt and disorder signify that things need to be done differently also, that they need to understand that certain changes is required at times. uh, they become very argumentative, extreme seriousness or dominance, which make them slow and unprogressive. So some what they really need to work on is the speed. At the time when you are not thinking quick, at times the decisions have to be made, and if it is not done on time, you might miss opportunities as well. And as we said that they are hardworking, so they miss out at times the fun part, the fun element in their life. uh, their personal life gets affected, though they are very much attached to their family members. But yes, this attitude of working hard all the time to achieve something in their life, it affects their personal life as well as health.
True. And what type of careers would we generally find these number 4s?
Careers, as we said before, construction, maintenance, something related to that, wherein a lot of focus and your concentration is required. I would say field of engineers, architects, manufacturers, designers, even scientists, farmers, professors, educators, businessmen, as we have covered before,
And
and also
communicators.
communicators. Yeah, they are very good. They are
Very good.
profound speakers. Apart
Great.
from that, in any of the stores or offices wherein you need to do a lot of work in terms of keeping all the files, paperwork, and lot of
Organized.
basic organized organizers. So they are good keepers in the
Hmm.
establishment. We'll see that.
True. Very true. And the numbers which are compatible with our number 4?
They are 1, 2, 4, and 6. They are very compatible. 6 that we covered last time when we said
Right.
that they are family men, right? 4s are all like that only. Something number 8, they can be friends but not the partners in case of life partner or even business.
Because the thought
If
process of
both
these
are
two are
strong-headed.
extremely different, bipolar
Yes,
thought processes. So,
right.
makes sense. And say, for example, if the number 4 is not working properly, then what all could a person do to fix number 4 to a certain extent?
So chanting of Rahu mantra, that would certainly help them, uh, and they can go for Shiv puja as well for that. So I would suggest these two things will help them.
And which stone is the one which is associated generally to number 4?
So hezonite and catite, that
Has
certainly will
Hezonite.
help them.
Great.
Or catite.
But anyways, stones again, as we always say, please take professional help. Without that, don't go ahead and start wearing them, which makes sense. Great. It has been extremely good this session, Renu, because number 4 is not an easy number. Uh, the on one hand, it takes you to the heights. On the other hand, it makes you start from the scratch. So the journey is long, and the displacement is much bigger, right? And the learning is like it's a crash course in this entire life. So this discussion, I hope all the number 4s are going to relate to this, and other people are going to understand this much better. So with that, thank you everyone for watching the video and listening to the audio. So please subscribe to our channels and keep writing to us. It will encourage us to get you more information, which anyways we are going to do next week with the number 3 coming up. Thank you, Renu, for your time. And thank you, viewers. Take care. Bye-bye.